Hey guys, welcome back to another car review. And like I said in the short little video uploaded giving you guys some background on this yesterday, we're back in a car we're revisiting. If you don't know who this is my buddy Michael. You probably, if you're not new to the channel, he's been in 1,000,005 of my videos. But this is his 2014 Ford Taurus SE. You might remember this car. It was, I believe, the third review I've ever filmed. I did the Jeep, the 944, and then this. And it's actually one of the more viewed of my reviews. So we talked earlier this week about redoing this, and I was originally going to upload this yesterday when you guys were watching this, but we didn't have a lot of time yesterday. By the time we got back from doing whatever we needed to do, it was dark. So we decided we'd come and do it today. So anyway, I'm going to hand it over to Michael as he's going to explain the mod list on the car.
Okay, well, first want to start off, my hair's going to be jacked up, but that's all it is. Anyway, so yeah, 2014 Ford Taurus SE, like he said, it's cold air intake, AF Dynamics, the MagnaFlow 19111, catback exhaust, SCT tuner, and that's about it. Carbon fiber wrap. That was like 50 horsepower by itself, but yeah. So I've done some tests on the 0 to 60 speed. It was actually done right up here in Mexico, and was 5.4 seconds when compared to the SHO at at 5.2 seconds. So it's not that bad considering it's naturally aspirated. But if an SHO did the same mods, you know, I'm not gonna be able to stand a chance unless if I build the engine. But again, if an SHO does the same thing,
got some speed.
That was only third gear, so
yeah.
So if you can figure, third gear is only like what, 40 miles an hour. So, but yeah. Anyway, so if an SHO does the same things I do to this naturally aspirated car, they're gonna beat me because they have 2 turbos more than I do. So, but stock SHO compared to this now, not that much different. And you can hear the exhaust and everything. I'm sure Jordan's gonna put in a couple clips, or already has put in some clips of the new exhaust and intake noise. But yeah, that's about all I got. So,
all right. So we're gonna talk some more about the speed of this car. So this car is not the fastest of our group, I will say, but it is probably it's really astonishing how quick this car is for its size. You think it's a rather large vehicle. It's actually, I think you said it was longer than my Explorer at home, and it puts out estimated a little over 300 crank with the support mods it has in the intake and exhaust. It came with what, 265?
288 crank.
288 crank, which is not bad. It's pretty formidable. It's actually more than a 2-valve Mustang from, you know, the early 2000s. So I think it's pretty decent numbers coming out of this car. Now, the main thing is how it fares against our friend Cason's G35. You remember that video? I uploaded that. That was the last review I did. This car on launch can take it. Pretty easy stuff, especially when it's in sport mode and everything's been engaged on this car. It can keep up with that G35 pretty well. But top end, that G35 will take an advantage. So if you're looking for like a mildly modified sedan, this is actually a pretty good feel. And the cool thing about this car is it's probably the most savage NA Taurus in the world. I'm very confident in that. Now, and I'm not, because one, not a lot of people build these cars. The standard naturally aspirated Taurus no one touches. It's the SHO everyone longs for and wants to build. Yeah, this version of the car is literally untouched. And we just got a broken neck from this F-150 here.
Oh, he was breaking his neck?
Yeah, he was just like, look at that thing. But all in all, this is a pretty nice little 4-door car. Goodness gracious, this van. But like I said, I think this is probably the most savage NA Taurus ever made. Like, he literally has put a lot into this car, and it keeps up with a lot of cars that shouldn't, for what it is.
I do want to add in, if you plan doing all the same stuff, the first thing I would do, all the same stuff to this car, like the intake the exhaust and the tuner, first thing I would do, definitely the intake. The tuner, you would be like, yeah, I mean, you know, you can run 93 in it. Well, that's what I thought, but SCT did not do any tests on this car. The only thing that they changed on this car was the shift pressures and the responsiveness of the throttle, or the throttle. That's it. Nothing else is. You can change the tire ratios for different size tires. That's it. They did not add 93 tunes. They did not change the performance of the engine at all. And yeah, so if you're running pure performance, the intake and exhaust would be the most recommendable things. I've been in contact with SCT themselves, asking like, why do you not provide the tunes that most cars have for the
non-turbo?
No, the 87, 91, and 93 tunes. They just said, oh, your car may not have that. So I was like, whatever, I'll just get custom tunes made. Well, they can't make custom tunes for this car apparently either. So I contacted them. They said, well, since it says that we do on our website, we have to, by law, give you what you bought. So they're working on it. And there's two cops there.
Two cop.
Ah, you broke your neck. No, but that's what they're doing. So yeah, if I would do anything for performance on naturally aspirated Taurus or non-SHO model, definitely be intake and exhaust. Now this is the AF Dynamics, not K&N, but it's the same thing. It's the same tube, everything. The only thing that's different, it doesn't say K&N on it, and it doesn't have the K&N filter, which I will eventually get. But I'm just gonna run this one to the ground and let it go. But that's all I got. But the shift pressure is definitely that might be it definitely does help with the straight line speed.
Yes, it really does.
Because it's shifting into the next gear. What is all that smoke up there for?
Where?
Oh well. It's shifting into the next gear faster. For example, shifted instantly. And now I went back after having the tune on, and I just had the intake on, and I can tell you there's no performance difference except for the shifting and the responsiveness of the throttle, which is
absolutely insane.
It's way better than stock, I'll tell you that. And as soon as I took off the tune, the preloaded tune from SCT and went to a stock tune from Ford,
it was just garbage.
It was so sluggish. Like, you touch the gas pedal and like 5 years later it'll actually go.
I mean,
stupid.
a lot of you older viewers that have been watching this channel for a while may remember when he bought this car. We did a whole saga on him buying a new car. We checked out a Grand Cherokee 4.7. We checked out there was a Fusion, a Hyundai, a couple of trucks, and then this car. And this car was probably the most fun to ride in out of the group. And you wouldn't expect that for a full-size sedan. This car was marketed for your soccer moms, your older people that just need a car that's comfortable. But these cars have hidden potential. It's like I always said with the V6 Mustang, the new ones at least. They're hidden potential cars. They literally were built to be fast, but they didn't really come like that from the factory. Like the 3.5, while it may not be the 3.7, has very similar architecture to the 3.7. A lot of 3.7 parts can actually be transplanted to this motor. Not every part, but a lot of equipment can be transferred over, and it's a really, really neat setup that Ford did with these motors. I've always said it kind of in my head mostly that the 3.7 and 3.5 are the Coyotes of V6s because they're very modifiable, they're very easy to build, and you can get some pretty good power output out of them. A 3.7, for example, you can get 600 horsepower out of a 3.7 on a Pro Charger, and that's it.
I'll tell you right now, you can't find any parts for a 3.5 liter.
For the standard 3.5, yes. The EcoBoost variant, though, which is literally the same setup, which is, I think it is the same motor, just with turbo strapped onto it. A little bit of
I want to say, but I'm going to say no because I don't know.
Yeah. So it's a very similar setup to this motor, though. So a lot of the times they actually do make adapters. Super 6, I think it's either Super 6 or Speed 6 Motorsports. I can't remember which is the actual name.
Super 6 Motorsports does performance cams. I don't know how different they are from stock. But they do that. They do crankshafts, connecting rods, and pistons for boost, and superchargers. Hey, Taurus, what's up? But
well, there's all the smoke. It looks like.
Oh, are they on fire?
Sure looks like it. Well, dang, that's that's not the chimney. Yeah, they're on fire.
You sure?
Looks like.
Oh God, I'm not paying attention. I'm sorry.
Ooh.
No, I think they're just cooking.
Either they're cooking or the building's on fire.
Woo, that shift though.
Ooh.
I could just see it in the video now. Us both just going and then just going right back into the throttle. God.
And this is one thing that I hope to accomplish, because I'm hoping to get the same tuner for my Explorer. If you're new to the channel, I have a 4-liter Explorer Sport Track, the first generation.
This is a review of this car.
But I'm saying this, I want kind of similar results this car's gotten. You know, more aggressive shifting, better throttle response, people who don't turn the lights on when it's dark outside. I hate people who do that.
Now, one thing I do like about this car, although it's front wheel drive, you're rolling. The launch from a roll is crazy.
Yeah.
God, it feels so just.
It hooks so well for what it is.
Especially if you're front wheel drive. Although it has no launch, it has the best roll launch ever. And if I ever did a roll race, that would.
We have actually. I'm not gonna spoil like locations and cars that face or anything, but I've seen videos of him roll racing some other more modified cars.
I didn't race. That was another Taurus, but still.
Just like it.
It was. I'm from what I saw from their video, had the same exact stuff my car has, which is crazy because you don't see a lot of these. But I'll tell you what, the cars that thing faced, I just wish I can go out there now and just be like, I could beat you. You want to race?
There's a coyote right there.
I don't do all that racing stuff. That's not me. But yeah.
But all right, guys. I'm hoping I'm not running out of memory.
He probably already did too.
Hopefully not. But I hope you guys enjoyed this car review. It was an awesome thing to get this car back on the channel because you guys see it in the background of my videos, but I don't really talk about it in depth. And this car gets a lot of attention at shows and stuff that we've gone to.
No, it doesn't.
Well,
everybody thinks it's a cop car
compared to the Jeep.
So no, I get more people have said that they like the Jeep over this thing just because they think it's a cop car, and it's irritating because
people brake in front of you all the time.
Well, not only that, but you can't pull out of somewhere because everybody's braking and everybody's crunching in together because
they think you're a cop.
Yeah. So then you can't pull out of places, and it's like, I should have turned.
Bruh.
Oh well. But nah, if you want attention, this car's not really the place to go unless you make it loud and
do all sorts of crazy
obvious
stuff.
that it's not a cop car.
Yeah.
Then,
don't black it out like he did.
Well, I mean, blacking it out is not a cop car look, but people just don't pay enough attention to notice that it has black headlights and, whatever. But, oh well.
But yeah, guys, so everyone go subscribe to Michael's channel. He may come back into uploading Kindlestone, completely undercased. You can also go to my channel, check it out the recommended page, but also go and follow his Instagram pages. I'll leave them on screen right here, right now. But anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I'll see you guys on Saturday with the next Boosted Mafia video.
We don't want drama, we just want commas. My team tryna eat, I'm thinking Benihana. Love or hate me, all that shit just made me stronger. We the new school, it's the alma mater. We don't want drama, we don't want drama. We just want the commas, we just want the commas.